You are probably choosing Claude models based on gut feeling. What if I told you that most people pick the wrong one for their actual needs? Today we are breaking down Haiku, Sonnet, and Opus with real tests to show you exactly when to use each model. Are you paying for Opus when Haiku can outperform it? Here's what's really happening. Haiku is your ultimate utility player, designed for high-volume, low-cost tasks where you need speed over depth. It's perfect for simple Q&A, content moderation, or summarizing documents where perfect nuance isn't required. You're not compromising, you're strategically deploying the right tool for the job. The key insight is Sonnet's equilibrium. It delivers superior reasoning for complex planning, drafting, and code iteration, but does so with remarkable efficiency. This makes it the definitive daily choice where higher intelligence is required, but cost cannot be ignored. You get the best of both worlds, serious capability without a prohibitive expense. But what if cost is not your primary concern? What if you need the absolute best output, regardless of price? That is the singular purpose of Opus. It is the premium solution. It possesses maximum reasoning power, designed for the most challenging, high-stakes tasks where only the peak of capability will suffice. You are paying for unmatched intelligence. The key insight is that each model possesses a distinct personality. Haiku thinks in clean, direct lines. Sonnet balances depth with agility. Opus reasons in expansive, multidimensional layers. This means selecting a model isn't just a choice of capability, but of cognitive style. You are choosing a thinking partner engineered for a specific class of intellectual challenge. Now, consider your workflow as a sprint. Haiku is your explosive start, speed is everything. Sonnet is your steady, powerful pace in the middle distance. Opus is your finishing kick, deploying immense strategic depth when the race is on the line. You match the model's strength to the phase of your creative or analytical marathon. You might be wasting hundreds on Claude Opus for no reason. 3 seconds versus 9. That's what fast actually looks like. For most daily questions and tasks, that speed difference isn't just noticeable, it is massive. If you are using Opus for simple lookups or quick edits, you are paying a premium for intelligence you aren't even using. The key insight is that speed is your real currency, and Haiku gives you more of it for far less cost. But that consistency is the real story. When prompts become intricate and demanding, Sonnet does not slow down. While others might falter, it delivers the same reliable, rapid response. This is critical for iterative work where speed compounds. You are not just buying raw speed, you are buying predictable performance when the task complexity spikes. So, is fast just about a single quick answer? Or is it about maintaining that pace when your prompts get truly demanding? With Claude Opus, the speed can vary as the model reasons through complex layers. But here's the key insight. The depth of thought required is what drives that tempo, not an arbitrary speed limit. Think one-off requests. Then think scaling up. The pattern clearly indicates that when you shift from single questions to high-volume tasks, consistent speed becomes critical. This is what separates occasional use from true workflow integration. Here's what's really happening. The model that saves you seconds on one prompt saves you hours on 1,000. The key insight is that speed is about task completion, not just response time. A faster, less accurate model may force you into multiple corrections, while a single, slightly slower response can nail it immediately. This efficiency is what fast truly means in practice, making the smarter choice often the fastest overall. Claude has a secret tier almost no one should buy. Now, Sonnet enters the frame. This is where you get a serious step up in reasoning power. Its true genius is in structuring complex data, comparing multifaceted concepts, and weaving precise, nuanced narratives. Think of it as your strategic partner for deep analysis, where you need more than just a quick answer, you need a coherent, logical breakdown. But here's the kicker, you don't use Sonnet for a simple brainstorm. You deploy it when a problem is messy. It shines at untangling those instructions where you need logic to build on itself, turning a scattered request into a step-by-step action plan. That's where its value is unmatched, transforming ambiguity into a structured, actionable path. Now, if you need raw analytical horsepower, that's Opus's domain. It's your go-to for dissecting intricate documents, foreseeing strategic pitfalls, or crafting language with sophisticated nuance. For any heavyweight thinking task where depth and precision are non-negotiable, Opus is the clear choice. You are paying for that top-tier intellect. Here's the key shift, Sonnet is often the sweet spot. It delivers remarkable reasoning for most complex tasks, like coding, detailed analysis, or strategy work, at a far lower cost. The pattern clearly indicates that for the majority of professional demands, Sonnet offers the optimal balance of capability and efficiency. You are getting exceptional intelligence without the premium price. Now, let's talk about intelligence itself. Think of Haiku not as a weaker mind, but as a brilliantly focused one. Its speed is staggering, and its strength lies in lightning-fast comprehension and distillation. For the vast majority of your daily interactions, quick summaries, instant Q&A, parsing documents, Haiku's sharp, agile intelligence is more than sufficient and incredibly efficient. You are overspending on Claude. The price differences are misleading. But here's the shocker, that 80% savings is just the baseline. The real inefficiency is using Opus for tasks Haiku masters with equal quality. You are paying for a rocket ship to fetch groceries. That mismatch. It's silently draining your budget every single day on tasks that do not need that premium power. So, is Sonnet always the right call? No. That's the trap. The key insight is that value isn't just the lowest price. It is about perfect alignment. What this means is that using Haiku for a complex analysis is just as wasteful as using Opus for a simple summary. You must match the model's intelligence to the task's true demand. Now, let's expose the hidden price of a poor match. The pattern clearly indicates that choosing Haiku for a task requiring Sonnet's reasoning incurs a hidden cost, wasted time on revisions, poor output quality, and missed strategic insight. Here's what's really happening, you are paying with frustration and lost opportunity, not just dollars. Let's get specific. The key insight is that underpowered models do not just perform poorly, they trigger a costly cycle. You are forced into endless prompt rewrites and manual corrections, draining hours of productivity. What this means is you are trading predictable compute expense for a massive, hidden operational tax that cripples your efficiency. Think of it like ordering tools. You wouldn't build a birdhouse with a sledgehammer. Yet starting with Opus for a simple task is just as inefficient and expensive. The wasted power is the hidden price. What this means is a smart, tiered strategy is the only way to avoid paying a premium for capability you never actually use. Choosing Claude Opus is a costly mistake most people are making. Think about those tasks that drain your creative energy. For Haiku, imagine quickly extracting the core idea from a long report, getting a clean list of keywords from messy data, or a direct answer to a straightforward policy question. It handles these in seconds, preserving your focus for the high-stakes, complex thinking that truly demands it. Now, shift gaze. For the work that requires real depth, you need Claude Sonnet. This model excels at content creation, not just drafting but refining your core message. It does not just debug code, it explains the logic. It transforms surface-level market facts into genuine strategic insight. The key insight is that Claude Opus operates on a different level. This is your model for tasks where precision isn't enough. You need true synthesis and creative leaps. Opus is for connecting disparate ideas into a coherent strategy, or for narrative depth that feels genuinely human. It is not just about processing information, but about transforming it into something new. But this power comes at a real cost. So here's the critical workflow strategy. Start with Haiku for high-volume filtering, pass the critical pieces to Sonnet for robust processing, and then bring in Opus only for that final, transformative polish. Chaining them like this lets you leverage Opus's unique genius without paying its premium for every single step. Let's get specific. If you are summarizing documents, classifying support tickets, or extracting simple data, Haiku is your workhorse. The key insight is, using Opus here is like hiring a master sculptor to move gravel. You are paying for elite reasoning on tasks that demand no genius. That cost compounds fast, draining your budget for the complex work ahead. Are you overpaying for AI? My results with Claude will shock you. Speed. That's Haiku's superpower. But here's the trade-off. You are sacrificing reasoning depth for that lightning-fast response. The insight is clear. For quick information lookup, simple summaries, or high-volume tasks where every second counts, Haiku is unmatched. But if your task needs complex logic or deep analysis, you will find its limits quickly. Choose it for velocity, not complexity. So, what's Sonnet's trade-off? For that legendary versatility, you pay a higher computational cost and moderate latency. It is not the fastest or cheapest. The key insight is this. Sonnet's sweet spot is when reliability and robust reasoning matter more than pure speed. It delivers consistent quality, making it your dependable, all-purpose workhorse. But with Opus, you are buying the absolute frontier. That maximum capability comes with profound sacrifices. Every single interaction is slow, heavy, and expensive. You do not deploy it for daily tasks. You reserve it for your most critical, complex problems where only the deepest possible analysis will suffice. It's a specialized instrument, not a daily tool. Now think about your actual workload. The key insight is that efficiency isn't about raw power alone. What you gain in advanced reasoning from one model, you lose in speed and cost. So, your strategic choice must constantly shift. Use maximum strength for final validation, but lean on faster, lighter models for the vast majority of your iterative development work. But here's the professional secret: treat your tools like a surgical team. Deploy the heavyweights only for the most critical, final-stage precision work. For the vast bulk of drafting, editing, and rapid ideation, a faster Scout clears the path with far less resource drain. This constant, intelligent rotation is how you master the workflow. Choose Haiku for speed-critical, simple tasks to save money. Default to Sonnet for balanced daily work requiring moderate intelligence. Reserve Opus for complex problems where reasoning quality matters most. Smart model switching based on task type optimizes both cost and results. Try testing each model with your specific workflow and share what you discover in the comments.